Sexual and gender-based violence is no longer a women's or a girl's issue. It's a social issue that needs to be addressed by everyone, and especially engaging men. My name is Wangu Kanja, and welcome to My Dignity Restored. Thank you. Sexual and gender-based violence is no longer a women's issue or a girl's issue. It's an issue that needs to be addressed by every single individual. And we need to engage men in addressing, men and boys in addressing sexual and gender-based violence. And the reason why I'm saying that is perpetrators, most of the perpetrators are men. A large percentage are men. I'm not saying women are not perpetrators, but we find cases where women are perpetrators are less, a very small percentage. And that's why we concentrate on men and boys being engaged in addressing sexual and gender-based violence. And this is one of the reasons that actually we engage men is, I think, communication between men and women, boys and girls, need to be addressed. And over a period of time, if you look at what is happening in the community, or when you look at the people who hang around you, how do men actually communicate with women? And most of the time it's, okay, for me it's baffling when I meet someone and this is what they do. Niaje hizo vitu. So my question is, vitu gani? Because that's not a way how you can actually pursue a woman or pursue a girl if you want to date them. And it's annoying. And most of the time you will get answers like niwache, sina shughuli na wewe, and then you become angry. And you see, it's your fault when you do not know how to make advances or even date a woman. Keeping in mind that many women are actually are very entrepreneurial, they're very outgoing, and most of them have made it either in the business sector, in education, and then that actually translates to them being a threat to men or to boys, because they're looking at this woman as a person who's done well for herself, but they do not know how to communicate with them. They do not know how to approach them. And that by itself makes the man or the boy angry, because you're looking at that woman as a person who cannot give you that opportunity to even have a conversation with them. But now you see, if you say niaje hizo vitu, who will give you that time? Who will give you that opportunity to even have that conversation with them? For me, it directs the conversation to parenting, or where is the father, or where is that particular parent to actually to talk to the boy and let them understand that a woman is to be treated, and to be treated in a certain way. The conversations are supposed to be directed or conducted in a certain way, because you see, one of the things that we are losing out on is, if a person does not know how to communicate, then the best thing that they might want to use on that particular person is violence, because they feel belittled, or they feel they don't have that capacity to engage with that person. So we need to change that as parents, as family, and also as a community. We need to know how to communicate to each other, both men and women, also boys and girls, because we tend to bring some of the negative aspects of culture and tradition into the picture. And you know, culture and tradition is not static, it changes with time. Because my case in point is, if we did not adopt some of the culture, i.e. dress code, because we know of communities where they did not have clothes. They used to have, like the Maasais, they used just to have this small piece of skin around the woman's waist. And that by itself did not have an indication that the man should go and defile the woman or abuse the woman in any way that they want. There was like a proper procedure or process that you would follow to ensure that you engage with that woman, or you fight for that woman. And we need, as men and boys, we need to protect the women. These women are our mothers, our sisters, our girlfriends, and our wives. So we need to protect them, and we actually need to stand and speak against any person who thinks they can violate the women in our lives. We need to protect them because we love them and we care for them. And by so doing, then we will hold these people accountable. Because one of the questions that we normally ask is, if you cannot beat your own mother, how come you have the audacity to beat someone else's mom? So we need to stop and analyze what is happening in the society, especially when it comes to men and boys. Men, please teach your boys how to communicate. We have so many avenues. We have organizations that are engaging men to address sexual and gender-based violence, and you need to reach out to them. And we also have programs that are actually nurturing young boys to be greater men. So you need to reach out to those organizations, and also feel free to get in touch with Wangu Kanja Foundation, and we can link you up to such organizations. In addressing sexual and gender-based violence, we need to engage men and boys so that they can understand the consequences of any form or forms of sexual and gender-based violence, because if it affects an individual, it affects the rest of the family, but also the rest of the community. So we need men and boys speaking out against sexual and gender-based violence. Please don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page, and also subscribe.